The idea of the grocery bag ordinance is to trash these. This is what firefighters are concerned about. You can see why people were surprised when they saw all this. This pile of wood is as tall as I am. So if an offender is trying to duck and dodge police, now there are more eyes to spot them. About a half dozen visitors were arrested for trying to smuggle items in. She would take bags of cat food and chuck it inside for them to fend for themselves. This is what we got, thousands of names. Look at it, it's a sea of cars. What does that mean for you right here in your neighborhood? Well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people that won't be here to clear your streets. Well, here's a good sign that it's going to be a whole lot different in 2011. They're taking this building apart piece by piece. That's because they have to be extra careful because it's so close to the Columbia River. I will be tweeting updates, putting Facebook posts on, letting you know throughout the night what is happening down here in Walla Walla. Of course, this is the state's first execution in nearly a decade, and we'll have complete coverage in the morning starting at 5 a.m. right here on Action News. Well, just take a look at this fence. You can see where a car has come and plowed right through here. It hasn't just happened one time, 2 times, no, not even 3 times. It's happened multiple times here for these homeowners with this fence because of this roundabout.
This is full of concrete. Just barreled it right over.
Bruce and Jackie Pritchard are done mending fences.
We just get finished fixing the fences and stuff, and boom, there we go again. Here comes another wreck.
They say they've fixed this fence 13 times. The Pritchards say the real problem is the roundabout, but the city of Kennewick disagrees.
This isn't a situation where drivers are trying to maneuver the roundabout at the appropriate speed limit, and through no fault of their own, they just end up in somebody's yard. This is someone who's exceeding the speed limit, violating the law. They're DUI drivers, they're eluding police.
A difference of opinion on the cause of the trouble, but when Action News began looking into it, we found the city is now offering to come up with a solution.
We've gone to the city several times in years past with ideas on how to put up barricades, how to put some kind of a barrier there. Everything has been rejected. We have never even asked the city to spend a dime. We have offered to do all the work ourselves.
So I asked City Attorney Lisa Beaton about a concrete barrier there. She tells me that could be an option. The Pritchards also suggested lowering the speed limit. If you're going east on 27th from Walmart, it's 40, then drops to 35 after the roundabout. The Pritchards think 40 is too fast. The city attorney promised me she'll take the idea to the Traffic Safety Committee.
So how long do you think it will take for this couple to get an answer on what options they can do for themselves?
Actually, we are meeting tomorrow internally to look at the situation. We would like to remedy this in the next couple of weeks.
Things like this can be taken care of and issues can be dealt with, and that's what I'm hoping for.
So I found out the city is going to have a meeting just to talk about this issue later this week. So I'm going to follow up. I'm even told in about 2 weeks' time the city should have some options for these homeowners. Maybe a solution. In Kennewick, Molly Kelleher, Action News. The pictures tell the story. A canal is now a 15-foot waterfall. It happened around 6 Wednesday morning. Scott Woodward heard the break from his house nearby.
We thought there was a jet kind of offline heading into the airport because it was a pretty loud roaring sound. And then I realized, hey, I've heard that before.
Nothing he's heard before and nothing like he's ever seen.
I just walked outside on the deck and holy schmoly.
Our cameras were on the scene just an hour after the break. I got there the same time the Columbia Irrigation District manager arrived on scene.
Shock and just frustration. You always have a doubt of whether or not you could have maybe prevented this from happening. But you know, realistically, it's impossible.
This break triggered a canal shutdown district-wide. 8,000 CID customers are now without water, and about 1,000 KID users that tap into the line are out too. Irrigation crews spent the day looking over the damage that kept happening. Look at the walls continuing to erode. More dirt dumping into the water, a muddy mess making its way down toward the Yakima River.
Was this a trouble spot for you?
It has typically been a troubled spot. We've noticed some water seepage on the downside of the canal, and this is something we need to look at as far as possibly lining this portion of the canal.
But first, fixing the canal. And as you can see, by midday, construction crews are out here working to fill in dirt where that water went spilling off. And what they want to do is reconnect the canal eventually. Now, I'm told by the district manager, all this work should take about a week. And then it will take an additional 3 days to get the water turned back on.
Being concerned for agriculture in the community, we're about to get our first heat of the year, and now we've got a major levee break. Bad news.
A week without water, just as summer starts to sizzle. In Richland, Molly Kelleher, Action News.